to your yoga practice. So in this practice we're going to do focusing on flowing. So kind of how you think of how seaweed moves in the ocean, how it kind of just flows and undulates around. We're going to have that feeling in our practice because sometimes you just need to learn to let things flow, or sometimes I need that reminder that things just need to flow. And as I was thinking about this for our practice today, I kept being reminded of this scene from Finding Nemo, if you are familiar with Finding Nemo. And the two characters have been swallowed up by a whale, and one of them is really upset and is trying to get out and is just angry and hitting against the whale's teeth, or the comey things that they have in their mouth. And the other one is just kind of going along with the flow of the water in the whale's mouth and doesn't seem to have a care. And they're both in the same situation and having very different experiences. I'd prefer to be more on the go with the flow spectrum, and I find myself a little bit, maybe today especially, feeling more of that like ah! So I'm trying to get out of that and go into flowiness. So we're going to have this image of moving like seaweed today. And as we do that, we're just going to start in a comfortable seat. So have your props nearby that you like to have for your practice, whatever that might look like. Blocks, blankets, what have you. Put on your music or not. Come join me in a comfortable seat and let the eyes close. And if you don't feel like closing your eyes, just take the gaze down to the floor or your lap. And inviting a deep breath in and let it go. And already starting to just move with the flow. Taking another deep breath in and let it go. Starting to focus a bit more on your natural breath. Without changing anything, just observing the natural inhale and exhale and how the breath moves like waves. And that natural flow of your breath in and out. Beginning to let the external world, the world around you, dissolve away as you dive inside. What's showing up for you today inside? And as you focus on the breath, start to let it grow a little deeper. Thinking of your breath still as waves. And in this practice of moving like seaweed, of being more in flow, you might notice that as you sit here, it's not really still. There may be a little flow or movement through the body already. And don't fight it, don't feel the need to stay still, just let the body move a little bit. It may be subtle, it might be a bit bigger. What are you finding inside? And take 3 more breaths exactly as you are. Being with that flow of breath inside of you. Starting to feel how you are also part of this bigger flow around you. The bigger life flow. And then bring one hand to heart center, other hand to the belly, and feeling the breath moving beneath the hands. That movement through your torso. Staying with this idea of flowing through your practice, moving like seaweed. Seeing if there's any further intention, dedication, or focus that you have for your day or your practice or the few days ahead, however far you want to stretch it. Thanking yourself for showing up today, getting on your mat, taking some time to turn inside. Then release the hands back down to the lap and begin to flow a bit more side to side. So just swaying a bit to the left and to the right. Just taking it slowly, feeling into the ribs, the shoulders, the spine. And as you just sway a bit side to side, what wants to move? What wants to be in this? Is it a small movement? Is it bigger? And then let that turn into a big stirring of the torso all the way around. Taking it one way and then the other. Coming back to a nice long spine. And then inhale, arc open. Then curl inside. And how flowy, how liquidy can you make this movement as you arc open and then curl back in. Just feeling through the low back, the mid back, into your neck. What are you sensing? What are you feeling in that area? One more time, arc open and curl back in. And come back to a nice long spine. If you're sitting cross-legged, just change the cross unless that's super uncomfortable. And inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale, out and down. And again like that, reaching tall. And bring them out and down. Inhale, arms up. And then take it over to the right side, staying nice and grounded through the legs as you reach through your left arm, relaxing the neck and shoulders. And bring a little flow, a little movement, as if your arm, your upper body was like seaweed moving. So as you inhale, you come up slightly. Exhale, reach a little further. Just moving through this imaginary ocean we have today. Feeling the stretch of the arm, the shoulder, the ribs. And can you keep it nice and soft? On your next inhale, come all the way up. Then start to take it to the other side, moving slowly, softly over to the left. As you inhale, coming up slightly. And then flowing over to the left some more. Noticing any difference in the two sides. Does one side feel tighter? Does one side feel more open? Does one side more naturally flow in this way than the other? What are you observing? And then come back up, both arms reach tall. Then take them out and down. Roll through the shoulders, take them up, back, and down. And then bring your legs out in front of you. And give them a little wiggle and a shake. Point and flex through the toes. Circle through your ankles. One way and the other. Then bring a little bend to the knees, heels draw away from you, toes towards you. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, fold over the legs. As you breathe in, hands sweep along the floor, arms reach tall. And then fold again. that. Inhale, coming all the way up, reach tall. And fold forward. Hanging out there for a moment. Just opening up through the back. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Relax the shoulders, the head. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. And then begin to walk your hands towards you, rolling up. Give the legs a little wiggle and a shake again. And then any way you want to, come to stand at the top of your mat. And at the very top, come to the tippy toes of your right foot, circle through your ankle. Go one way and the other. And then do the same with the left. Come to the tippy toes and circle. And the other way. And then bring the feet closer together. Bend the knees. Feet can be touching. They don't have to though. And then bending the knees and circle the knees around. You still have that flowy, liquidy feeling through the legs as you move here. Taking it one way and then the other. And then separate the feet further. Hands can be on the hips. You can let them just go. And take big circles through the hips. Circles while also feeling floppy. Going one way and then the other. And then making infinity signs with the hips. Turning an 8 on its side. And then change the direction. And then pausing in center. Inhale, arms reach high. Take hold of your left wrist, pull over to the right. Inhale as you come back up. Switch the hold, pull over to the left. And arms come out and down. Roll through shoulders. Walk your feet a little closer together. Swim your arms forward. Moving slowly as you open up through the shoulders. And then take a backstroke. And then inhale, arms reach up tall. As you exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, roll on up, top of the breath, arms stretch up tall. Exhale, let it go. And again, roll on up, big breath in as you stretch up tall. And then let it all go, fold. One more time like that, big breath in, rolling up, stretch tall. And let it go. Hang here in your fold. You can bring a little bounce to it. You can do a little shake, shake, shake. And as you inhale, start to come halfway up, sliding the hands up the legs. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, halfway up. And fold. Last time, coming halfway up. And fold. Bending the knees, hands come to the floor, or if you have blocks, you can use your blocks. Left foot forward, right foot back. And find your low lunge here. Stacking the front knee over the ankle, making sure it's not coming in or out, pressing down through the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of the heel. Reach out through the back heel. Heart draws forward as you roll the shoulders back nice and long through the spine. Bring a little pulse into this, so as you breathe in, hips lift up slightly. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale, the hips get pulled up slightly. Exhale, lunge a little deeper. One more time, getting pulled up slightly. And go a little deeper. Gently lower the knee down. Take any support of a blanket or anything you might want under that. Toes can stay curled. You can uncurl them as you sink the hips a little lower. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale the hands down to the floor or your blocks. Pull the hips back. Walking hands back. Flex the toes towards you. Inhale, forward again. Hips sink down, arms reach high. As you exhale, hands come back down, hips pull back. Walk the hands back as you flex the toes towards you. One more time like that. Come forward. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, pull it all back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. And can you feel here as if your spine were like seaweed, just moving through the water. Nice and flowy through the spine as you move with your breath. And lengthen once more. Walk your hands forward. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee off the ground. Walk your hands around to the right. Pivot your feet into a forward or a wide-legged forward fold. Shift it a bit side to side. And as you move from left to right here, can there still be that liquidy, flowy feeling side to side? And sometimes it helps to just slow things down a little bit more. Moving gently, moving easily. Pause with your right knee bent. Walk your hands around to the back of your mat. Finding your low lunge here with the knee off the floor. So doing the same as we just did on the first side. So the front knee is stacked over the ankle, pressing down through that whole front foot. The big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of the heel. As you reach out through the back foot, opening out through the back knee. Heart stretches forward, shoulders roll back. Bring that pulse back into this, so as you inhale, the hips are lifted slightly. There's this upward, energetic feeling up towards the sky. And as you exhale, go a little deeper into your lunge. Inhale, being pulled up, there's a lightness. Exhale, go a little deeper. One more time like that, being pulled up. And go a little deeper. Gently dropping your back knee down, taking any support you want for it. Back toes can stay curled, you can uncurl them, sink a little deeper. Inhale, arms reach high. As you exhale, hands come back down to either the floor or your blocks. Hips pull back, hands walk back. Front leg moves towards straight and the toes flex back towards you. As you inhale, come forward again, back into your knee down lunge, arms reach up high. Exhale, take it back, hands come down, hips pull back, front toes flex towards you. One more time like that, come forward. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale the hands down, hips begin to pull back, hands walk back, flex the front toes towards you. As you exhale, begin to fold over the leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And just moving like this, flowing through the spine, folding over the leg, and then lift and lengthen through the spine. Taking that a couple more times. Feeling that movement through the spine, the back body. Pause next time you lengthen through the spine. Walk your hands forward again. Coming back to your knee down lunge. Curl your back toes under. Lift the back knee off the ground. Walk your hands around to the left, back to the wide side of your mat, pivoting your feet into a wide-legged forward fold. Shift a bit side to side again, bending into one knee and then the other. Pause in center. Hands can be on the block still or on the floor. Get nice and long through your spine. Pull back through your hips as you reach through the crown of your head. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches high, stretch up through the fingers, gazing up towards that top hand. If that doesn't feel good for your neck, you can look straight out to the side or even down towards the floor and begin to circle through that top wrist. Taking it one way and the other. And then release the hand down. Pause and notice the difference in the two sides. And as you inhale, left arm begins to sweep high, twisting to the left. Reach up tall through fingers, gazing up or out to the side or down, whatever feels best for your neck. And then begin to circle through that top wrist. Going one way and then the other. Reach up tall, and then bring the hand down. Walk the hands over to the front of your mat, pivoting the feet around. Bending the back knee, hop the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, come halfway up, hands slide up the legs. Exhale, fold. And again, like that, come halfway up and fold. Last time, coming halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, roll all the way up to standing, taking your time. When you come all the way up, arms sweep out and up. Take hold of your left wrist, pull over to the right. Inhale up. Switch the hold, pull over to the left. And up. Arms come out and down, and then bring palms together in front of the heart, letting the eyes close, or just bringing the gaze down to the floor. Tune in, notice how you feel at this point in your practice, at this point in your day. And can you let the experience be whatever it is? No need to change anything. Let it all just flow through you. Release the arms down, give everything a little shake out. Lose a layer if you need to. The sweater's disappearing. All right. Onward. Inhale, arms reach tall, palms touch overhead. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Come halfway up with the flat back. And fold again. Bending the knees, hands to the floor or the blocks again. Step your right leg back. Finding your low lunge again. The front knee right over the ankle. Reaching out through your back heel. And feel that length from your back heel through the leg, the spine, all the way to the top of your head. Inhale, looking forward. As you exhale, hips pull back, fold over the front leg. Inhale, bend the knee, roll your shoulders back, look forward. Exhale, hips pull back, fold. And taking this a couple more times, feeling that opening through your heart, gazing out ahead. Then exhale, fold. One more time, gazing out ahead. And fold. Pausing here. And then step your back foot in a bit so you can bring the heel to touch down. Toes are turned off on an edge or on an angle. Bring your right hand to your low back. And just feeling here your hips in space. And does your right hip feel a lot higher than your left hip? And can you see if you can bring them more parallel with each other and with the floor? When you feel like you kind of have that, bring the hand down. Double check it with your left hand. Do a little movement. And it's not the easiest thing to feel into here, so just doing your best. You feel pretty parallel. And then bring the hand back down. And if the floor feels really far away, or if your blocks even here feel really far away, you can bring yourself onto tippy toe or tippy fingers. If it's still too far away, you can also bring the hand onto the leg. One more breath here. And then fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend your back knee. Hop the back foot to meet the front. Left hand comes to the right leg. Right arm reaches high. Twist open. Exhale, release. Bring the right hand to your left leg. Left arm reaches high. And release. One more time. Left hand to the right leg. Right arm reaches high. And release. And once more to the left. Left arm reaches high. And release. Let the arms go. Shake everything out a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hands slide at the legs. And fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up. Taking your time to get there. When you reach the top, arms sweep out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, dive forward, diving into the ocean. And come halfway up. And fold. Bending the knees, hands to the floor or your blocks. Step your left foot back. Finding your low lunge here. Feet are hip distance or a little wider apart. Front knee is right over the ankle. Feel that length from your back heel all the way to the top of your head. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hips pull back. Inhale, gaze forward, bending that front knee, heart draws forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bending the knee, look ahead. Exhale, fold. And pause there. Bending your back knee, hop that foot in a bit again until you can bring the whole heel to touchdown. You might want to take the feet a little wider for more stability. You might feel okay where you've landed. And again, hands can be flat. You can come up onto your fingertips. Hands move into the leg if that feels better. So you're pressing down through that back heel. And then bring your left hand to your low back. Playing again with your hips in space. So can you feel where your hips are in space and in relationship with each other? And is the left hip feeling much higher? Like right now, my left hip's way higher. And can you drop that down, pulling your right hip back, left hip forward? Seeing if you can bring them more parallel with each other and the floor. And then double check with the other hand, because one might be able to tell a bit better than the other. And then bring both hands down, lengthen through the spine, and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Come up onto the ball of the back foot, bending the knee, hop forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, hands to the floor, step back to a plank pose just for a moment, and then lowering down. Inhale, coming up to a baby cobra. Move the block so you can see. Hands hover, pressing down through the feet, gaze out in front, and then melt back down. Coming up again, baby cobra, hover the hands. Exhale, release. One more time like that. Hover the hands. And then take it a bit side to side. Slither here. Feel that fluid movement through your spine. And then pause and center. And as you breathe in, maybe come up a little higher and lower down. Make a pillow with the hands or just rest on your cheek. Soften the shoulders, the neck. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Shake your heels a bit side to side. Bend the knees, bring the feet in the air, and let the feet move side to side. And then gently release the legs down. Bring your hands to land by the sides of the chest. Press yourself up to a tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lift the hips up and back. And then walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Take hold of opposite elbows. Sway a bit side to side. Release the arms, shake the head, yes and no. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up. When you reach the top, arms sweep out and up. Palms come to touch at the top. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, dive. And come halfway up with a flat back. And fold. Bending the knees, hands to the floor or your blocks again. Step your right foot back and bringing it to that angle with the heel down. Begin to pull your left hip back some more. Front hip back hip forward. So finding that parallel feeling with the hips towards each other and towards the floor. So one's not way back, one's not way in front. So the left hand comes to the low back to feel where the hips are in space again. And when you find a position that feels pretty stable, press down through that front foot, the big toe, pinky toe, center of the heel like we did before. Keep the hips parallel and begin to twist from the belly button and above towards the left. So as you twist here, pull your left elbow back. And then begin to reach the left arm high to the sky. Ta-da! You're in your twisted triangle pose here. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Pull your left hip back some more, getting long through your left side. Staying here for a couple breaths, pressing into your back heel, opening up through your back knee, reaching up tall through your left hand. Can you do all that and continue to breathe? Can you do all that, continue to breathe, and maybe smile? And then bring the hand down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And fold. And lengthen. Walk your hands over to the right. Pivot your feet into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes forward, heels straight back. And pause here. How are you doing? Feel nice and long through the spine as the hips pull back and the crown of the head reaches out in front of you. As you exhale, fold over the legs. You can rest the arms on your blocks if you want. You can move the blocks out of the way, bring the hands down, let the head just hang here. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Shift a bit side to side, bend into one knee and then the other. And then pause with your left knee bent, right leg straight. Walk your hands or your blocks around to the left again to the front of your mat. Pivot your feet. Bending the back knee, hop the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, halfway up, hands slide up the legs. Exhale and fold. One more time like that. Come halfway up and fold. With the hands on the floor or your blocks again, step your left foot back, bringing the heel down to touch on the floor, foot's off on an angle. Moving that front leg towards straight, right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Now in this position, you can definitely work with more of a bent knee. No problem there. If the knee is bent, can you continue though to move the hip back, left hip forward. Bring your right hand to the low back to just feel where your hips are in space here. See if you can find that parallel position once again. Keeping the legs as they are, rooting down through your feet. Begin to twist your belly button, your chest to open to the right. Pulling your right elbow back. And then reach the arm up high. Ta-da! Taking a moment in this glory of your twisted triangle pose. Reaching up through your fingers. Pulling your right hip back. Opening up through your right waist. Can you do all of that and breathe? Can you do all of that, breathe and smile? Cha-ching. If you can't smile, no big deal. There's a lot going on to concentrate on. One more breath. And then bring the hand down. Whew. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands around to the left. Pivot your feet around into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes forward, heels back. Fold over the legs. I'll turn around so you can see the front of me. Folding over the legs. Shake the head, yes and no. Just taking a little bit of a break here. And then start to firm up the legs so the muscles are hugging to the bones. The legs are active. Bring your hands to your hips. And as you inhale, come halfway up. Whoa. Oh my goodness. If that's too much, you can have the hands on the floor or blocks. Otherwise, hands come to the hips. We're starting to work into the back muscles here. So legs are super strong. Hips are pulling back. Crown of the head is reaching out in front of you. Feel that length. Taking a couple of breaths here. If you want to take it up even a notch higher, bring your arms out wide to the sides. Woo! Stretch out through fingers. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Knees bend a little, fold. Shake the head, walk your hands through. Fingertips facing back towards your heels as you fold some more. And then walk your hands back out. Turn your fingertips forward again. Bring the hands around to the front of your mat, pivoting around. Lower your back heel down, or back knee down rather. Step your front foot back to a tabletop. Blocks can move out of the way for the moment. Pull your hips back towards your heels into a child's pose. Find rest in your child's pose. Head either on the floor, you can stack hands, you can stack fists, use any props. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Inhale, roll it up to hands and knees. And then lower down onto your belly. Walking your hands way out in front. Popping up to your fingertips, elbows nice and high. Inhale, lengthen, lift through the head, draw your heart forward, and then come down. Moving like seaweed again, walk your hands back towards you a bit, and roll on up, nice and fluid, and then come down. Hands can stay where they are, or you can walk them towards you a little bit more. Inhale, lifting up. And come back down. And then find your favorite placement, whether it's closer towards you, whether it's farther away. And playing there, lift back up. And melt down. And again, coming up. And down. It's moving like seaweed in the ocean. Come up. Turn to look one way. Turn to look the other. Come back through center. And lower down. Make a pillow to rest the head on. Bend your knees, bring the feet into the air and let them gently sway side to side. And then gently release the legs down. Bring your hands to land by the sides of the chest again. Press yourself up to a tabletop. Curl through the spine, drawing the belly button towards spine, chin towards chest. Stretch out the back. Inhale, baby arc open. And curl through the back. And baby arc open. Curl through the back. Bring your hips back towards your heels, walking the hands back. Roll on up. Hips come over to one side. Then bring your legs out in front of you. Give them a little wiggle and a shake. Tune in, how are you doing at this point in your practice? How does the body feel? Where is the mind? Where are the emotions? You're just moving like seaweed. Come down onto your back. If you have blocks, bring one of your blocks close by. And then coming down into the back with the knees bent, feet on the floor, one hand on heart center, one hand on the belly. I'm just pausing for a moment there. Letting the head get nice and heavy down to the ground. Soften your shoulders. Let the muscles of the back release into the floor. Just taking a moment to transition to being down on the back. Arms come down by the sides of the body, palms facing down. Walk your feet a little closer in. So you want your heels basically right underneath your knees here. And pressing into the feet and the arms, inhale, lift the hips up. I'm just going about 50%. Exhale, lower down. So nice and easy, inhale, hips lift up. And lower down. One more time like that, lift up. Gently sway the hips side to side. And then pause and center and lower down. And this time as the hips lift up, take your arms up overhead onto the floor behind you. And as you exhale, arms sweep out to the sides as the hips come down. So like making a snow angel. Inhale, arms reach up high and onto the floor behind you as the hips lift. Exhale, arms out and down, hips lower. Just taking that a couple more times, moving with your breath. Can everything flow together simultaneously? Last time coming up. And lower down. Walk your feet a little wider. Knees gently sway side to side. And then pause in center. Knees straight up, walk your feet towards each other again. If you have a handy dandy block, place that between your knees. If you don't have one, imagine there's a block between the knees so that the thighs stay nice and parallel. Knees don't splay out. Arms come down by the sides again, flat, or you can bend the elbows, have the fingertips reaching up high to the sky, palms face each other. Pressing into the arms, the feet, lift your hips high again. Walk your shoulders underneath you, opening up across the chest in your bridge pose here. Nice and strong bridge you're creating from the feet pressing down, strong legs, open through the belly, open across the chest, nice strong arms pressing down. And taking a few breaths here, either imagining a block between your knees so your legs stay parallel, or actually using that block between your knees, which gives a little bit more activation to your inner thighs too. Gazing straight up towards the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths here. And then your next exhale, lower down. Walk the arms back out. Move the block if you're using it. Walk your feet a little wider and let your knees tent together, hitting against each other. Pause there, eyes can close. Just noticing the effects of your bridge pose and your bridge pose variations. Move any props out of the way. Feet walk to the outer edges of your mat, and the knees gently sway side to side. Pause with the legs over to one side. Hang out there, knees getting heavier, being drawn towards the floor. Getting a little more stretch to the top hip. Come back through center. Let the legs fall to the other side. Knees nice and heavy down towards the floor. Feeling that stretch into the up hip, the top hip. Coming back to follow the breath as it moves like waves. And then bring the knees back to center. Hug your legs in towards you. Wrapping the arms around and rock a bit side to side. Letting the head stay nice and heavy on the floor, shoulders nice and soft. Massage out your low back. Then keeping the knees together, circle them in one direction, feeling where that changes the pressure of the back into the floor. And if you feel any spot that feels good to hang out in for a little while, stay there. And then start to circle in the opposite direction. Keeping a hand on each knee, circle the knees away from each other. Get more into the hips. And then change the direction. Keep your right leg hugged in, extend your left leg long along the floor, reaching out through the foot. Left hand stays with your right knee, right arm comes out to the side, and guide the knee over to the left for a gentle twist. If you have any props close by, you can bring the floor up to meet you with your blocks, pillows, blankets, whatever you've got, so that right leg can rest on something. Otherwise, it can just hang out in the air, or maybe it comes all the way down to the floor. Softening the shoulders down. So the hips are basically stacked on top of each other here. Shoulders are nice and open, and you're trying to keep the right shoulder down towards the floor. Making any adjustments to make this more comfortable. And then begin to sink into it. Let go of the work to stay here. Feel the flow of breath in and out. And the movement of the breath through the body. The subtle movements of the body as it plays with the breath. Taking one more deep breath in here and let it go. And if you have your head turned anyway, bring the head back to center. On your inhale, come back to center, hugging your right leg towards you once more. And then extending both legs long, reach the arms overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. Exhale, arms out and down, hug your left leg in, reaching out through the right. Right hand stays with the knee, left arm comes out to the side, and then guiding the knee over to the right as you twist. And that knee can hang out in space. It may come all the way down to the floor. If you have pillows or blocks close by, you can prop the knee up. So hips are basically stacked on top of each other. And then opening up across the chest, trying to get your left shoulder to stay down towards the floor. And if that shoulder is really tight, if the arm is just flopping in the air, you can bend the elbow and bring the hand to rest on your hip or your waist, letting the elbow fall to the floor. And softening little by little into this position. Let go of the work. And can you just feel into the flow of this shape? The movement of the breath, the movement of the body with the breath. Where else can you relax? Where else can you release? Taking one more deep breath in here and letting it go. And if you have your head turned, bring the head back to center first. Inhale your knee back to center, giving your left leg a hug once more. And then hug both legs towards you. Give them a squeeze, rock a bit side to side, massage out the back. And starting to shift into your final posture of Shavasana, your final relaxation. And taking any layers or props you'd like here. Get cozy. adjustments to find your perfect resting point. And inviting the eyes to close, maybe using an eye pillow or an eye mask if you want to block out some more light. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. And again, like that, big breath in. Sigh it out. Relax, release. And give yourself this time to rest. If you have the time, you can stay here as long as you like. If your day needs to keep going on, start to take a deeper breath in, filling up the lungs, and sigh it out. Begin to bring a little movement back into the body. Maybe there's a stretch calling your name. And then when you're ready, bending one knee and the other, bring the feet to the floor. Allow the head to flop side to side. And turn on over to one side, resting there for a moment. Noticing the quality, the feeling that's present now as you wrap up the end of your practice. And in any way that feels sweet and supportive, Begin to help yourself back on up to a comfortable seat. Eyes staying closed or just the gaze soft and fuzzy. You get to choose how you want to react, respond to life as it flows. You can either flow with it or you can fight it. But it is a choice. Deciding how you want to go on with the rest of your day. What if it was as easy as just making that choice? Bring one hand to heart center, other hand rests on top of it. Bow the head towards hands and heart. Thank yourself for showing up, for playing yoga today, and giving yourself this gift of time on your mat. Inhale, the head comes back up, and bowing to the wonder and to the wisdom within you. Namaste. Have a lovely rest of your day. Continue to flow like seaweed. Until next time, bye.